Oh, okay. So you want to hear my review on the mouse. This I'm using currently a G500 mouse. It's very big. It's made for your palm, a palm grip. But my tiny hands do not always, they ache using this thing. The key, what makes the man is the mouse. Even if you're a cat. Meow. So when you're using your computer, it's about comfort. It's not necessarily about ergonomics. It's not that scientific, because these are just cheap pieces of plastic, less than $100. But that's not what I'm talking about. Not this mouse. I had to get another mouse because this mouse, like I said, it hurt me. So I wanted to get this mouse because I heard it was cheap and it was effective and efficient. It's the E-Blue, the Cobra Junior, the Cobra Junior. It's one branding. It's made by a Japanese company. And, well, it's designed by a Japanese company and made by a Chinese company and exported to America with its very own Americanized kind of branding. So you don't see any Chinese on this version. There's some previous versions that had Chinese on it, or Japanese, or one of those Asian countries. But so let's unplug. So you see it lights up. If you've got tiny hands, it's perfect. It's got a mouse wheel. It's got two buttons, which are, some people say the bottom button's a little bit sensitive because your thumb rubs up against it, but I think that's fine. You know, it's not necessarily sensitive so much as it is available for you to use very easily. That's how I like to look at it. It's got a nice roll. You know, I mean, by roll I don't mean it's a ball mouse, but I mean it scrapples up against whatever surface you have very well. It moves very responsibly on the screen. The only problem I have is that this is a defective unit. When you notice it, the mouse wheel, it's kind of like the Batman Dark Knight motorcycle. It's got a nice big wheel in the front, and it's levitated by a little rod in between the mouse. And the problem I have, you can hear it. It's a defective wheel on rod. It doesn't sit centered. It moves around and jostles around. And that might seem trivial, but if you're in first-person shooter mode, moving quite quickly to get those 1080 headshots, no scope, it bounces around in your head. And in your hand, I mean, not head. It does hit your head, though, because you hear it and you feel it. You feel this big old, thick, bumpy, bouncy thing bouncing around in the middle, and it upsets you. It's like a counterweight, and it's not good, because you want to feel smooth, you want to feel in control, you don't want to feel jostled about. You know, what I would have to say is it almost strikes me as a tilt wheel. You know, it almost, the way it goes left and right on this rod, you'd almost think it was scrolling left and right on the screen, but it doesn't do that. It's only an up and down wheel. It's not a tilt wheel, it doesn't go left and right. I like left and right tilt wheels, but this is not one of them. Only deceptively so, because it's broken. I got a broken model. For $13, if this was perfect, it would be fine. But, you know, you pay for quality that may or may not occur. And this is what happened in my case. I didn't get it fully. So I'm going to have to get a new one. And I read on the packaging you can't throw this stuff in the garbage because it's like electronics and it'll poison the aquifer and the landfills. You have to bring it to your local electronic disposal unit. So if I order another one, I might. For $13, it's tempting, because it feels well. It's very comfortable. If you've got small hands, if you've got a finger grip and not a palm grip, this is the G500. It was made for the palm grip. It's a good mouse. It's quality. This is, if I had a palm grip, I would love this mouse, because it's got everything. DPI controls. This one has a DPI control, too. This is almost equivalent to this one. The only difference is this is made for smaller hands and different type of grip. This is made for your palm. And it also is a tilt wheel. But now I'm rambling. So what I recommend is to try out the E-Blue Cobra Junior. It's a cheapie. You might get a good one. You might get a broken one like I did. It's an optical. So it's got a little light that can blind you. You know, you see that light blind you? It doesn't blind me. It's soothing. It's nice and red. So check it out. Check out the thing that I told you about. Inspired by the cinema, Jean-Luc Cinema Godard.